Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first ever Techno Bar Vibes, where we're just going to be talking about tech that's out there, and it's going to be hosted by myself, Snoop, and
And Mandeep as well. Here we are.
yeah,
Techno vibes. That's it.
Techno
Sound.
Bar Vibes.
Oh, right. Sorry, I missed that one. Techno
Yeah,
bar vibes.
yeah. Well, it is
But
our first
yes,
one, you
yes.
know.
But yeah. Hopefully we can fill you guys with knowledge about what we know and what is new, fun, and out there in the whole world of tech. And yeah, we can discuss it. And yeah, it should be good.
Yeah, no, it will definitely be great. So let's get straight into it. The
Right.
Apple event.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. They've launched quite a lot of products already out there in their store. Quite a lot of people have got their hands on these products and quite a few reviews. But they've got a keynote coming up. And what are they essentially going to launch next? If they've already launched these products, what's up and coming?
Well, I reckon there's going to be two things, right? So we're going to be looking into a new MacBook that might have a touchscreen, but then again, that may not happen because they got the iPads that they released.
Yeah, but I still think that that's something that they need to address the whole touchscreen side of things. Just make it a lot more simpler.
Well, what do you think about having a keyboard that's all touch?
I don't know if I could work with that. I mean, even this keyboard. These keys are nice, but still, sometimes I do prefer the more clicky keyboard, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean,
And
but
I'm not a fan of the touch bar. I am not a fan of the touch bar at the top.
yeah, but then you do like the mouse pad, and that's not a real mouse pad.
Yes, the mouse pad is good. Yes, it's not a real mouse pad. If you guys don't know, it is not a real mouse pad.
Yeah, so it's basically a solid piece of material that has a motor underneath that kind of mimics a click. So, if they can do that with a mouse pad, I reckon they can do that with a keyboard in some way, but
Yeah, I suppose if they come out with something like that, then that would that would be good. Something innovative, which I think Apple is losing out at the moment. The innovation. They haven't. There's nothing that they've come out with that is
they have
groundbreaking.
never had innovation. I don't care what
That
anybody says.
Okay, that's true, but they've always been the first product that brings it to the first company that brings it to the mainstream. That's what it is. That brings it out there for the common person to take a look and be wowed by.
True. I mean, you can't beat their marketing. So I think, what else are we going to see? Maybe the new Apple streaming service that will come, but we're not going to see it on this side of the pond. I think we'll see it in the US, but
Yeah, see you guys in the US will have that first. By all means, reach out to us and let us know how it is.
yeah. But it'll be interesting. But I mean, again, everything came out. I mean, we had the AirPods too, which I literally just ordered as soon as I saw the announcement, and you
Yes,
laughed at me.
straight on the bandwagon. That's what I
Yeah.
say.
Dude, the original AirPods are great, and they don't sound great or anything of the sort. They're just so convenient. So
Yeah. No, I know they work well. They definitely work well. Um, but I was just wondering if other companies are bringing out the same. But at the moment, not a lot of companies being able to replicate what Apple have done.
no, they
Yeah.
haven't.
I mean, Face ID is another thing. I can't believe another company out there can't replicate it to.
Again, Face ID isn't something new. I mean, Microsoft had
Yeah.
it with their Surface beforehand, with Windows Hello.
So guys, Microsoft fanboy.
I am a Microsoft fanboy here, but I'm just stating the obvious here.
Yeah,
But like I said, they brought it out to the market, and to be honest, their Face ID on the phone is awesome. I mean, I can't knock that.
it,
They've done it right.
it is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. I mean, times in the dark, it will pick it up. Yesterday, I was wearing my hoodie, pretty much top of my head covered, still picked me up, and that was in near enough dark as well, which is really good. I was
Yeah,
very surprised by that.
that is
Uh,
cool. That is
yeah,
cool. But then, like I said, what are Apple going to bring out? I guess we'll just have to wait and see next week.
yeah. No, that should be should be good to see really.
Yeah. So now the gaming side of me is going to come out.
Here we go.
Yeah.
That's what he's waiting for.
Yeah, Google Stadia. Is that
So
how you
you said,
pronounce
I
it?
don't know, Stadia is it probably Stadia, I think.
Yeah,
Stadia
it
probably
could
sounds
be. But
Stadia.
either
I
way,
think us in England will say Stadia,
yeah,
but in over the pond, yeah, Stadia, Google Stadia.
Google Stadia.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. It is very interesting to see that you can just drop into a game, 4K, 120 frames per second. But again, even though the idea is great, will we have the network that will do it?
Yeah, I mean that's the big thing. I mean to be honest, if these big companies will have the network structure to follow through with this, but the thing is, this type of tech has been out there for years. We had On Live in 2011, and this was massive back then. But I feel sorry for the company because it never took off, and they went down. And I think Sony bought them out eventually. But I remember having a net-top PC plugged behind my TV. It was a rubbish PC that she had. It couldn't support anything, but it had a good internet connection. Loaded it On Live, and I was playing the latest games on my TV, streaming directly from the online service, which was great. But again, this is 8 years ago this came out, and it's only now that it's taken over to the mainstream where these big companies are bringing it.
True, true. I mean, with me, I think you got to look at the type of game. So if you're looking at streaming, you would never ever be able to do racing games and stuff like that because there is a lag. I mean, if you can get rid of the lag, it will be interesting. I mean, we've tried out the whole NVIDIA streaming service, which is basically your Steam catalog, and that worked okay.
There are still lags on that.
Yeah,
I've got that at home as well, and it is. There are certain times where you're pressing buttons and it takes a couple of seconds. Sometimes you can't even notice actually a full second before it registers on the screen. But I'm sure these companies will work out something to eliminate this problem.
yeah, true, true. I mean, we've got E3 around the corner. Xbox have got their X Cloud or whatever they're actually designed to call it. I mean, that's quite exciting. Being able to play your Xbox games and streaming it to your phone device, all you need is a Bluetooth controller and off you go.
Which I think is great. Sitting on that train and you can just, as long as you've got a good Wi-Fi connection, internet connection, you can get some amazing games. That I think is a game changer.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, I actually bought the PlayStation TV where I was able to be elsewhere, and again, it was just a lag. So I'm really interested to see where Google goes. But there's other companies like you were mentioning. You got Walmart that's going onto the whole bandwagon.
Yeah, this is what I heard today. Walmart are looking to launch the same thing, game streaming, and it feels like all these companies are just coming out with all these products. But it's the same with movie streaming. There's so many companies now bringing out these movie streaming, and pretty much 2019 is going to be the way forward. That a lot of companies are going to come out. But is it going to just get convoluted? Are we going to be paying for subscriptions upon subscriptions upon subscriptions for just to play this one singular game that we want to play?
True, true. But then if we look at movies, for example, I mean, we've got Disney that looking to launch that could give Netflix a run for their money. I mean, it's definitely an interesting time when it comes to streaming, and I think this is why Apple are jumping onto the bandwagon. I think a lot of their keynotes going to be covering about streaming. So, yeah, streaming is the future. I mean, I don't remember. I'll be honest. Like back in the day, you would buy a DVD, a VHS tape, or whatever. Now I don't have anything like that in my house. Everything's just digital.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. I mean, I've got DVDs, I've got Blu-rays, but I haven't got a DVD player or Blu-ray to play it. For starters, I can't see myself wanting to put the disc in to play it. Yeah, I mean, you can just stream everything, but it's come to a point where we're just click of a button, we can just do what we want nowadays. Whereas back in the days, I do sort of miss that, where everyone would gather around and watch that one film that you've put in. You spent a whole week trying to get this film. You've got this film. Oh, this is me going back rental days and so forth. At least you've got your family around. Everyone's watching the film. Now you get bored after 2 minutes. You can just switch the film to another one. Switch the game to another one.
No. We need to have a new hashtag. Hashtag bring back blockbusters.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I used to love those days.
Simpler times, that's what I say.
Yeah, it was a simpler time. Right, so foldable screens. Wow. What
Yes.
do you think of that?
Foldable screens. Did I say screens? Screens. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it is definitely something that it depends if the end consumer will be convinced by it, because the biggest thing is the crease. It depends on how noticeable that will be. If the phone actually say this is foldable phones, foldable screens on phones. So if you unfold the phone, if they can somehow try and mask that crease, then for the end user will be pretty well, but it cannot be that thick though. It has to be a thin. But to put all that tech on a thin device, essentially what, a 10-inch phone that gets folded into
Yeah.
like a 5-inch.
But okay, all right. So my question to you here, Mandeep, is: are you sold on the whole fact that you have a phone that can fold out to be bigger? I mean, would you get that yourself? Is it something that interests you, or do you think it's a waste of time?
At this moment in time, no, it doesn't interest me, but I can see how it can in the future get a bit more interesting.
See,
Um,
I'll tell you exactly how I see it. So I have a Surface at home, right? So just
yeah.
imagine if I had a Surface that was a laptop, I take the keyboard away, it's a tablet, and then I fold it, it's a phone. It's one device that will do everything,
Mm. Okay,
you
yeah,
know?
I can see it in that way. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
But then the only problem that I have here is battery life.
Mm,
So, how are we gonna make sure it's all good in terms of making it? Oh, I mean, if it works as a phone, then brilliant. But if you're using a
true.
full-on OS on there,
I think these companies need to come together and develop a much better battery. I know that every 10 minutes there is a new story coming out about a new battery has been developed, but again, we don't see it as the end consumer, we don't see it out on the market. So when are these companies going to bring out these different type of materials for these batteries to
yeah,
bring out something a bit more longer battery life? At the moment, all they seem to do is be stacking the batteries up together to make a bigger battery, which essentially makes a bigger device. Which
well, talking about bigger devices, you got that Energizer phone that's like a brick.
yes, I saw that as well. An Energizer phone, which was it 18,000
Yeah,
milliamp battery,
something like that. Yeah.
and it reminds you of the older Nokia days of the brick phones. It's
Dude,
quite
it is a brick. It's bigger than a brick.
yeah,
You know what I
it's,
mean? It's just like a heavy piece of metal. I mean, it make a great paperweight as well as a phone.
yeah.
Do
But
you know what I mean?
it's good that they've done the edge to edge and a pop-up camera, which is pretty well for Energizer especially. But I can't see that going off. Can't see someone pulling it out of your pocket with a brick in there.
True, true. I mean, mobile phone and mobile devices are definitely going in a interesting way. I mean, there is a lot more emphasis on mobile devices. I mean, foldable screens will be the future, but I agree with you. It is a little bit off, and that crease would annoy me
Yeah,
endlessly.
have you seen the LG TV, the foldable screen TV that actually folds down?
Yeah,
So they've released that.
yeah, but it doesn't fold; it rolls.
It rolls,
So
yeah, basically. But in essence, they could say it's a bit of a foldable rollable screen. I would say, but
yeah,
I mean that's a good bit of tech. But if they can implement something like that would just roll the
like a
screen, something,
rolling
yeah,
screen.
that would
Yeah,
be pretty good.
yeah.
Something like a roll in. It's basically like a thin pointer that you put in your pocket that has all the tech in there, and you just roll out a screen, do what you need, and roll it back.
That would be awesome. I
Yeah,
mean, you just look at I guess the pointer will have some kind of screen on there,
yeah, yeah.
which will show you, like how many messages and stuff
Latest
you got.
notifications
Yeah,
and stuff like that. Yeah, and then you
yeah,
pull it out, and it's a full-on device. And then if you pull it out, like you said, it can go into a laptop or something like that.
true,
But
true.
yeah, I suppose that's yonks away at the moment.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. So let's talk about smart homes and smart devices.
Yeah, so smart homes. So we've got smart bulbs nowadays. We've got smart speakers, smart thermostats, smart blinds that IKEA launches soon. And big question is it making us lazy? Stopping us
Oh,
from
I don't
stopping
think
us
it's
from
making.
getting up and actually going to these devices and turning them on.
Yeah, but listen, you have to get up, you gotta switch it, and then you go back. Like that's just wasted energy, in my view.
There's a few calories there. There is definitely a few calories. You can justify that extra chip you're going to eat at dinner.
I don't know. I mean, for me, as you know, my house is fully
Yeah,
automated, top to bottom. Got smart lighting, heating. I've got Alexa everywhere. So, for example, my lights will turn on and off by itself within a set time. I've got Nest cameras dotted in certain places that if it sees motion, it will turn the light on by itself. I've got I have zero remote controls in my house. Like I just tell Alexa to turn on my TV, turn on my Xbox, change channels, and I don't need to go Alexa go to channel blah 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 blah. Like Alexa Sky Sports, and it will change it to Sky Sports, for example. So it's great, and I don't need to worry about the heating. It's saving me money on my bills,
so
you
again,
know.
sitting on the sofa and just doing anything you can from that sofa,
Yeah,
which yeah is the way forward. And we have all these devices, but yeah, I mean it is definitely good. I mean I can't be the one to judge it because I've got exactly the same at home. The only thing I haven't got is a TV set up, but I've got the thermostat, I've got the speaker, I've got the bulbs as well. And
Yeah, but then let's say how this all began. It began from me, really, wasn't
it
it?
did actually. I mean, when I until Tanoop came into the office here, I had nothing. He's the one that's convinced me get all this, and he's rubbed off on me, and I've got it all now, and it works well. I've got to say, the best part of it is being out of the house, and then you can switch on that light, you can switch on the thermostats, which is I think is great, especially especially having kids as well. You want to come into a warm house,
Yeah.
lights on as well, which is definitely good.
Yeah, no, it is good. I mean, I do get where you're coming from. I mean, we are becoming lazy with the
I
whole.
mean, especially the blinds, IKEA. I mean, come on. I mean, it takes what you can just go over to the curtain, shut the curtains, or shut them blinds.
Well, that's IKEA. I mean, you've got other companies that have already done it,
Yeah,
you know. And it is good. I mean, light turns on, blind comes down. But no, I do get what you're saying. I mean, are we becoming super lazy with all this tech? But we live in a tech world.
that's it. I mean,
You know, this is the future, you know. But the one thing that I will say is, you know, even though we are becoming lazy with it all, I think we should also have we should also use tech in the right way, you know. And a great example for everybody to check out is to YouTube the Emma Watch, which I think is amazing. I don't know if you've seen anything about that.
yes.
Yeah.
Watch, yeah.
So if you haven't seen the Emma Watch, please do Google Emma Watch YouTube, and I think that is what tech should be there for. But you know, it's there to help you to, I guess, be a little bit lazy, I suppose. But you know, it's good. I mean, like you said, it is a great security feature. I mean, you know, if nobody would think that you're away on holiday or
Yeah,
whatnot unless someone's spying on you.
that's true. The only things I'm not convinced about is the smart security alarms and the smart basically and smart door locks as well. That's one thing I'm not overly, especially as a homeowner. I can't see myself doing that, and I can't see myself going for that. Um, just due to the fact that if there's any problems with it, practically game over. You can allow someone into your house, they can do what they want,
Yeah.
and the security alarm, if it accidentally goes off in the middle of the night while you're sleeping, well, that'll be fun and games, wouldn't
Yeah, it would
it?
be. But you know what? This now raises up a question of something that they launched just over a year ago, which was, I believe, in the US, where they had Amazon deliveries where people were able to drop stuff into your house.
Yes. I actually, this is also John Lewis. We're doing the same thing as well. I actually met a friend of mine on the train that works in just in our old building actually. Just the floors. We were on floor 1 and 2. Yeah, fifth floor. I think he was on, or the fourth or fifth floor, and he was discussing with him, and they were trying the same thing, where they could allow John Lewis deliveries to come into your house with these smart locks and allow you to come in and pop what you want in terms of shopping, even food from Waitrose. They'll put it into your drawer, into your cupboards and your fridge as well.
You know what? I could just imagine that ordering a bag of popcorn. And for those who know me, I love my popcorn. So the guy comes in, drops off the popcorn, and then I then come home and all I have is the popcorn and no TV, no sofa, no nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know
What
what I
happened?
mean?
Oh, I thought that's what you wanted. I thought we could take everything else in the house.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, I can't. That's one thing I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that is
Cool.
that's the future at the moment.
It is the future. It is the future. Now, like I said, this is our first ever podcast, and we've got loads that we need to go over. But if there's anything that you not want to know about, if there's anything you want us to talk about, then just email myself or email Mandeep, and we'll be
Yeah,
more than happy to discuss that on our podcast.
that's right. Just reply to the email as well. Just let us know anything that you want us to anything that's on your mind that you want to that you're thinking about, or even new tech that you're thinking of buying as well. We can try and go over it and give our own opinion as
Yeah.
well, which would be good.
Yeah, no, it'd be awesome. But no, thank you all very much, and we hope that you enjoyed our Techno Bar Vibes
Yeah.
podcast.
And I'm sure at another point we'll have a jingle come up as well.
I'll try and get. You
It'll
never
be just
know.
me. It'll be me and Tanoop singing. That's what it'll be. Hope you guys are ready.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, thank you for your time,
Thank you,
and
guys.
yeah, we'll send out an email when our next podcast will be going out.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Bye.
Bye.